Good morning. If you can hear the rain in the background, there's a thunderstorm where I'm at, and it's always relaxing to me. I have my candles because the lights have gone out once before, so I have my candles burning in case the lights go out. But good morning to you. So I wanted to come on the channel and talk a little bit about when you have written down an intention of something that you want to accomplish, somewhere that you want to go, something that you want to do, and then you visualize it, and once you visualize it, just letting that go from your mind, not letting what you want to do go, but letting the image of how you envision it to unfold to go. And I'm going to speak about a recent example in my life where I did that. 5 years ago, maybe more than 5 years, I'm going to say 2017 up till now, I went through a very stressful experience. And all throughout that experience, I had a dream, a plan in the back of my mind of something that I wanted to accomplish. And I didn't care. I didn't put any parameters on how it unfolded or how it happened or how it came to be. I just wanted to experience what it would be like to have a dream that became a thought, that became an action, that became a concrete experience in my life for my own betterment and my own experience. Because I believe that what you repetitively invest your time in, think on, becomes things. They become, those repetitive thoughts become relationships, they become children, houses, cars, business contracts, things of that nature, because you're investing your active, waking, living time into them, whether you realize it or not. But it's especially, to me, is a wonderful experience when it's something that you want to experience and not something that you are like pulling towards you in a negative sense. And so I had wanted to paint artwork for an organization that served the needs of women and children in crisis. And the reason for that was that I, as a child, grew up in a daily crisis, in a daily pool of chaos and violence. And so having overcome that in the way that I did, I wanted to be able to share that on a canvas with the women and children. And mind you, at the time I had an art journal, and I had wrote down that I wanted to seed 10 paintings to this organization. And I wrote down kind of some of the themes of the paintings, the color schemes, different things like that. So come to 2024, as I'm painting paintings for an organization that helps women and children in crisis, I'm in the middle of painting and not thinking about anything other than, making sure that my brush strokes are right. And what came to mind was that very passage that I had written in my art journal, 2 years to the date on that. And I was like, I stopped and I thought, wow, so I literally thought it, visualized it, and I released it in, a petition and prayer. And now it's come full circle, and I'm doing the thing that I wrote down. And I feel at peace within myself. And I'm so happy to be able to do this. I'm so fulfilled and satisfied and content in doing this and creating all these different artworks. And as I talk about this, I want you to understand that it was not an easy process to get to that point for me. It was something that was a bit of a journey because I had to really evaluate the people that were in my life, the relationship that they claimed to have with me as opposed to the one they actually had with me, and come to a place of acceptance that people I thought I knew, I did not know. People that I thought respected me had never respected me, and they likely saw the potential within me and didn't want me to ever step into that and embody that in my own life for my own ability just to create and to be able to step foot onto solid ground, even if it is into an unknown area, and be able to have success in it. And now, having done that within the context of that experience, I am seeing a lot of things that I wrote down, a lot of things that I envisioned and visualized and took action on, where I was at in the moments and in the experiences of my life, that more than anything, more than having all the tools and the resources that I thought I needed to get it done, just taking action on the vision that I had within myself has been what has compelled me to move forward, and what is actually opening doors for me right now as I record this. And sitting in my own space, surrounded by different artworks that I'm working on right now that will soon be going up on my website for sale. A portion of the proceeds from one series is going to be supporting a organization that I am familiar with that helps women and children in crisis. And I am just overjoyed and filled with gratitude for the choices that I made in that season in my life when everyone expected me to just fall by the wayside and declare myself, of no value and no effect. And I never did. I would never have done that. But these people projected that onto me in the hopes that if I did that, then it would prove that they knew me better than I knew me and better than God knows me, which is kind of laughable because it's, that's not that's not ever going to be the case. And I don't know what your dream is. I don't know what your vision is. I don't know where it is or what it is that you want to accomplish or experience in your life. But I do know that creative energy is, I'll say, spiritual energy, and it has to be protected. So you have to understand that when you are creating something for yourself that is going to better your own expression and life, not everyone is going to agree with it, and some of it's not even out of angst or any malicious intent. They just don't see the value in it because they're not you. So you have to understand and accept that it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter how other people view what it is that you have envisioned for yourself. If you have envisioned it and you have thought about it, then get busy. Start creating, start building, start doing whatever it is that you need to do to get you one step closer. And what you'll find, I believe, is that life will align events and experiences and people in such a way into your life that you are able to really understand what it is that you've envisioned. The parts that you thought you understood that you really didn't, because you haven't been there yet, you haven't done it yet, you don't know everything that it entails to see it through. You have a vision of what you think, but that isn't always accurate, and there's nothing wrong with having a vision that's not accurate, because you'll learn along the way as you go what your vision entails and what it takes to succeed and what it takes to get there and maintain it, and then build from that. And if you need to pivot from that initial starting point, then you do that. If you don't and you keep going in the same vein, then you do that. But whatever comes in, just the flexibility to be able to stand in your own field of vision and not lose sight of that when you have all different kinds of opportunities and people telling you to do it this way, do it that way, change this, tweak that. When you can remain true to what it is that you want and what it is that you envisioned for this endeavor or moment or experience, then you can truly understand why it is that you envisioned it the way that you envisioned it. And, there's peace in that for you, but there's also, growth, because maybe you realize that you envisioned it in a smaller scale because you were thinking in a smaller scale at the time. And you can always scale it up or, keep it where it's at, or scale it down if you want to, because it's your project, it's your dream, it's your goal. And in the end, whatever it is that you are wanting to do with it, it's solely your creation. It doesn't come from somebody else. It came from your mind into being, and you can let it be, as big or as small as you want it to be. Whatever that vision is, whatever that endeavor is. And so I just want to encourage you today, for the next 3 weeks, to work on your endeavor, whatever it is, a little bit every day. Commit time to it every day, and allow the creativeness of whatever it is that you're doing to be enough to keep you inspired and encouraged to keep going with it. And this has been kind of a long message. It's already at almost 14 minutes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and you have a good day, and make some time today to stop and, sit and put your feet on the grass, on the ground, and just smell the flowers and just appreciate where your life is at, and allow gratitude to be something that grows in you.